Hi, welcome back to our 7-video presentation business growth series. We've been uncovering the fact that the number one reason why most small business owners fail is they lack any type of formal sales process. That process is made up of 5 major components: a target customer profile, the thought process, an emotionally compelling message we call the elevator pitch, a sales process map that will act as your roadmap to market domination, and finally, persuasive marketing collateral that features that emotionally compelling message. In our previous presentation, we discussed the third of those 5 components, creating an emotionally compelling message we often refer to as your elevator pitch. We revealed the most important fundamentals involved when creating your own million-dollar message and how just speaking it can emotionally influence a qualified prospect to instantly want to buy what you sell. So now that we have the core message created, we have to know how to position that message with the right type of marketing and where to deliver that message so it reaches our target prospects. There's no sense spending our precious time and hard-earned money creating print ads, brochures, flyers, postcards, radios, and TV ads, or even a website until we know for sure that these marketing tactics are actually going to help us close the sale. And right now, the vast majority of small business owners are not doing that. Instead, they're using a spray-and-pray marketing approach designed to appeal to the broadest number of unqualified prospects in hopes that by sheer luck and chance, they will magically shake an interested and qualified prospect from the trees. What they should be using is an approach that's based on a solid marketing strategy that laser targets a specific prospect in a defined niche market, and all but guarantee that their marketing program will be a success. The process required to make this happen is what these presentations are all about. You must create a specifically defined marketing strategy that has targeted end result. And to make sure you don't leave anything out, you must develop a roadmap that specifically defines each and every step you need to take to generate a lead, qualify that lead, and then convert that lead into a paying client. Those 3 steps, lead generation, lead qualification, and lead conversion, make up what we call your sales process. Never forget that the lack of a sales process is the number one reason why most small businesses are failing en masse today. None of them have a sales process. They're all using a spray-and-pray marketing approach that has no strategic base of support. I've seen small business owners spend thousands of dollars on marketing in an attempt to generate leads and then have no idea what to do with those leads when they appear. You must have a strategic plan of action in place to make all of this work, and you have most of the hard work already behind you. You have already defined your target customer, and you know their thought process. You have your core message created that emotionally resonates with your target customer. Now you need your strategic plan of action so you can confidently create your marketing and advertising collateral. But instead of creating random marketing collateral that uses a spray and pray approach, the marketing you will create will be a carefully mapped out strategy that completely removes the guesswork from all of your marketing and advertising efforts. When executed properly, your sales process increases your response rates, increases your conversion rates, improves your client retention, saves you from making costly marketing mistakes, and provides your business with a roadmap that takes your prospects from ignorance to awareness into the thought process and through to the close. When you know and understand lead generation, lead qualification, and lead conversion, and the role they each play in your overall sales process, you will position yourself light years ahead of your competition and have a solid foundation upon which to build a competition-crushing marketing program. But here's the problem. All small business owners try to follow this same exact sequence. They first attempt to generate a lead. Then they spend time attempting to qualify that lead to see if the prospect is a match for what they sell. And then they attempt to convert that lead into a paying client and make the sale. They follow the lead generation, lead qualification, and lead conversion sequence. That is absolutely the worst thing you can ever do. Let me explain. Suppose you were an attorney who decided to serve a specific niche market that involved young adults who have received a DUI offense. This attorney decides to hire a web development company to build a cutting-edge website with all the bells and whistles, including an order page where prospects can hire this attorney online. Everything the prospective client needs to do is on that order page. They can list the formal charge they received, the court date, and then document exactly what happened the night of the incident. They can then pay a flat fee by entering their credit card information, and the attorney will take care of everything for them from that point forward. Sounds good, doesn't it? Unfortunately, none of this will ever happen. A DUI charge today is a very serious offense. In most states, it now carries mandatory jail time. No one is going to hire an attorney online. It will simply never happen. The prospect will only hire an attorney after meeting with them, giving them their side of the story, finding out what they can realistically expect the attorney to provide in the way of a plea bargain, and only then, with confident reassurance from the attorney that the outcome will be favorable to the prospect, only then will they agree to use the attorney's service and pay them to represent them. So in this example, the attorney wasted their precious marketing dollars attempting to use their website for lead conversion, only to find out later that's not a viable option. The only place a prospect will agree to the attorney's service is at a face-to-face meeting. So doesn't it make sense to know that before you ever begin a marketing campaign, doesn't it seem logical that before attempting any type of marketing or advertising, you need a carefully planned strategy in place? Wouldn't it make more sense to create a roadmap so you know how to generate a lead, qualify that lead, and walk that lead through a process so they end up where you can close the deal? That's what your sales process does, and the fact that no small business owner has done this explains the high small business failure rate we see today. The best way to create this roadmap is to always start with the end in mind. Always start with lead conversion. Begin by asking yourself where the actual sale will take place. And here's some really great news. There are only 7 possible places that can occur. They're called distribution channels. And there are only 7 possible channels you must consider. As the attorney example showed us, it's the distribution channel that determines which communication strategies you will ultimately use for lead generation. The 7 distribution channels include direct sales, retail, online, mail order, events, sales agents, and phone sales. Direct sales involves a one-on-one interaction between the person facilitating the sale and the individual making the purchase decision. With retail, the prospect goes to a physical location to complete the transaction and acquire the product. Online consists of any transaction that is completed using the internet. Mail order includes all catalog sales, as well as other print media such as newspapers or magazines, where the customer orders and then receives the product through the mail or a delivery service. Events include seminars, trade shows, expos, where a prospect actually pays for the product or service at the event itself. Sales agents involve outside sales reps who sell a number of different products or services. They work for a number of different companies on a contract or commission basis, such as insurance or real estate agents. Phone sales include both inbound telemarketing calls where customers place an order over the phone as the result of an advertisement, as well as outbound telemarketing calls where telemarketers contact prospects and solicit sales using phone lists and benefit-laden scripts. Now remember, a distribution channel is where the actual sale takes place. You need to determine which channel or channels of distribution are viable for your business. Some businesses, like the attorney, have only one distribution channel. Their channel is direct sales. They must meet face-to-face with their prospects in order to convert them to a client. For other businesses, they may have 5 distribution channels. In that case, they need to start with the one that will produce the most qualified leads at the lowest possible cost. Never forget that it's the distribution channels that determine which marketing strategies you will ultimately use for lead generation. Once you select all of the distribution channels that are feasible for your business, you must then determine the marketing strategies you need to use to get your prospects to your intended distribution channel. Strategies are the approaches you take to generate leads. There are 20 marketing strategies to choose from. They include advertising such as TV, radio, and print, affiliate and joint venture programs, affinity programs, catalog, continuity programs, cross-promotions, database marketing, direct mail directories, innovation, interactive media, internet, loyalty programs, outdoor media, point of purchase, point of sale, place-based media promotions, public relations, and signage. I know this sounds like a lot of strategies to choose from, but you won't need all of them. In fact, only 1 or 2 will turn out to be effective for your business in terms of cost and responses generated. What you want to do is take the 20 marketing strategies and overlay them on your chosen distribution channels and see which ones make the best fit. This does require some time and attention, and there are no shortcuts with this part of the process. You must look at each of the 20 marketing strategies carefully and ask yourself if that individual strategy has the ability to move the prospect to the distribution channel of your choice. So remember this rule of thumb: the distribution channels represent where the sale will actually take place, and the strategies are the means to drive them to that channel. But you're still not done. The final step is to uncover the various tactics that will work with these strategies. to cost effectively generate qualified leads. Tactics are the tools used to generate the leads that will produce the sales you want. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are 77 marketing tactics for you to consider. If you have always wondered why marketing is so difficult, wonder no more. Consider this analogy. I'll bet you're familiar with a Rubik's Cube. It has 6 sides and 9 different squares. Mathematically, a Rubik's Cube has 43 quintillion possible combinations. That's a 1 followed by 18 zeros. But consider what you're up against as a small business owner. You have 7 possible channels of distribution, 20 different marketing strategies that may or may not apply to every one of the distribution channels, and then 77 tactics that may or may not apply to each and every one of the 20 marketing strategies. If you compare marketing to a Rubik's Cube is mere child's play. We've discovered a way to dramatically simplify this entire process. In fact, by following our e-learning marketing system, you can actually ignore the tactics altogether. We can teach you a process called process mapping. When you know and understand how to create a process map as you work through the process, the tactics you need will appear on their own as you build out your specific marketing strategy. Almost by magic, this is a tremendous time saver, yet it still produces the accuracy you will need to ensure your marketing program provides you with a business with a hefty ROI. What you must understand is it's absolutely critical that you follow the exact process we have outlined in this presentation. Unfortunately, most business owners don't. They reverse the entire process completely and start with the tactics, then the strategies, and then they wonder why no one is showing up at their distribution channel to buy their product or service. Here's what I mean. Business owners are constantly asking us for help with their marketing, usually because no one is buying what they sell. So the first thing we ask them to do is explain their marketing program to us. We always hear the same thing every time. They tell us they sent out an email, a direct mail letter, a postcard, or they spent a fortune on a website. All of these are tactics that should be supporting specific strategies that lead the prospect to a specific distribution channel. But the prospects aren't showing up. So we ask the business owner to explain what the email or postcard or the website is supposed to accomplish as an end result. They look at us like we're crazy. They tell us it's supposed to sell my product or service. So we ask them one simple question. When was the last time you bought something similar to what you sell from reading a single email? The look they get on their face is priceless. It suddenly dawns on them that they haven't done anything at this early stage of their marketing to build confidence, trust, respect, or rapport with that prospect. They started a tactical marketing deployment process, which is the worst thing you can do. Your tactics are there to support your overall marketing strategy, and your strategy is there to deliver the prospect to a specific channel of distribution. Listen, I know this can sound very confusing, so just consider this very simple analogy. Hopefully, this will put it all into an easy to understand and simple to remember context. You want to build a house. Why? What is the end result you want from the house? Usually, it is to live in with your family and to enjoy a wonderful and comfortable lifestyle. That's the end result. That represents your distribution channel. So what strategies do you need to use in order to reach that end result of a wonderful and comfortable lifestyle? Well, you need to build a kitchen for meal preparation, a dining room where the family can enjoy meals, a living room for entertaining guests, a family room for relaxation, bedrooms for sleeping, bathrooms for grooming and essentials, a garage for parking the cars, and a basement for storage. These combined strategies are all required to reach the end result of living a wonderful and comfortable lifestyle. So what are the building blocks required to accomplish these strategies? What tactics will need to be used to make this happen? First, you need to pour a foundation for the basement and the home. Then you need to frame in the house. Next, add a roof. Then install the wiring, the plumbing, the sheetrock, the fixtures and appliances, cabinets and carpet, and so on. The tactics make the strategies a reality. However, what if you wanted to build the exact same house but for a different purpose? A different end result. What if your end result was to use that exact same house as a real estate office? The distribution channel just changed, didn't it? Now there is a totally different end result. So now the strategies must change as well. You no longer need the family room, dining room, and so on. Now you need a reception area at the door, cubicles partitioned off from the main floor, a small bathroom with no tub or shower, and a small kitchenette. You no longer need the garage or the bedrooms or the living room. And so the tactics now change as well to produce the new strategies. The wiring will be different and more complex. The plumbing will be much simpler. The fixtures will be different. In fact, everything will change. Without knowing or understanding what the end result is from the beginning, you will never know the right strategies and tactics you must employ to get you there. This simple analogy contains the same basic components as the sales process. You must know your end result from the start. What are the possible distribution channels where the sale could actually take place? For some businesses, there will be just one distribution channel. For other businesses, there could be several. Can you see how the sales process takes you through the different components of lead generation, lead qualification, and lead conversion? When we help our members map out their sales process, we have them start with lead conversion. They always begin by asking themselves which one of the 7 distribution channels will be responsible for closing the sale. Knowing that end result from the start, they can then create the strategy that will get their prospects to that end result. That's when we have them look over the 20 different marketing strategies to see which one or ones have the best shot at accomplishing that goal. Once they select the proper strategy, they need specific tactics in order to make those strategies work. These are the building blocks that we execute their strategy. The tactics are the actions or activities that make up that strategy. Once they're in place, the tactics lead to success of the strategy, and the strategy drives qualified prospects to the chosen distribution channel to complete the sale. So, in overall sales process, the tactics and strategies work in unison to generate leads, as well as qualify those leads with a message that's laser focused on a specific prospect in a specific niche market. And that message compels them to go to the distribution channel for lead conversion. Now you need to apply this exact same process to your business. This is how you create your very own sales process. When done properly, this will separate your business from all of your competitors. It's one reason we often refer to your sales process as your roadmap to market domination. And now you know the secrets to doing it right. In our next presentation, we're going to show you the process we use to create competition-crushing marketing. We'll teach you the secrets to creating headlines and subheadlines that literally blows away the competition, and we'll give you a sneak peek at the actual templates our members use to design and lay out all of their marketing and advertising, as well as their websites. In other words, we'll show you the secrets you can use to get your marketing to make you money and generate all the leads your business can handle. I hope you're enjoying the proprietary information we're making available to you in our 7-video presentation series. Just remember that information without application is worthless. You must apply the information to your specific business, and that's our specialty. So until next time, here's to your success.